I want to give it our praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kakadash. Then my honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers in this truth. This is the brother Kadash. This is Kanye West saying, right now we're living in the I believe he said the fall of Rome. The fall of Rome. So I'm gonna let it play to get exactly what he said.
More money. It's about keeping poor people poor and rich people rich, and keeping people in their place. And right now, we're experiencing the fall of Rome, or the Titanic has now hit a glacier. And there's people who would prefer to go down with the Titanic than to get on a lifeboat because they don't want to get seawater on their dress or on a nice outfit. The people are so programmed and brainwashed into classism and protectionism that it's difficult for people to embrace innovation unless it has a tag on it that's got a name brand connected to it that says, with this innovation, you will be better than the person, you'll be better than your next door neighbor. You know, when I made Sunday service,
So exactly, what he spoke when he said the fall of Rome. That's what we're experiencing right now. That's the truth. This is Rome revised, Rome all over again. Rome came back. That's what America is, and we are seeing the fall of it. I don't know if he know exactly what he's talking about. Maybe he does, but that's scriptural. So I like to pull these videos sometimes because everybody want to listen to a celebrity, but they don't want to listen to the man of the Lord. But they want to listen to these celebrities, which is set up that way. It's all to fulfill prophecy, of course, because this thing is only for the elect. But sometimes it's good to hear from a celebrity mouth. Um, we've been saying this. If you take us as a body, then we've been saying this stuff. And that they just now coming on because they learning from us secretly and stuff like that. When I say us, I'm talking about us as a body, the whole body of us that's woken up and returned back to the Lord. This is gonna be a quick one though. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 40. I'll start from verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, part of potter's clay, part of iron, and the kingdom should be divided, but there should be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the mirror clay. So that's likening to today too. It's likening to Rome. It's likening to today. You got America is the iron. The number one military, number one economy, and stuff like that. But then they have all these other nations like the EU nations and stuff that they're partners with and stuff like that. So it's like iron mixed with clay. But the thing is, it's like where it says in verse 41 is the kingdom shall be divided. Really, that goes for any kingdom that's divided. A kingdom that's divided can't stand. But we especially see it today with all the riots, with the left versus the right, militia versus militia, righteousness versus wickedness. On all battlefronts, you see a divide, which is what the Lord said he was coming back to do. Uh, Salaki, let me pull that real quick, since that one's on the top of my head, which is prophecy is being fulfilled, because that's what the Lord said he was coming back to do is divide. This is Luke chapter 12 verse 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on the earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. So that's red letter. That's the Lord saying that he ain't coming to give peace. He's coming back to divide. And that we see that this kingdom is divided. And what's going to happen when the kingdom is divided? It's going to fall. Verse 42. And as for the toes, or if you had iron mixed with clay, you got strong, but you got weak nations, and you got all this mix. It's you only as strong as your weakest link, man. So it's gonna fall. And as the toes of the feet were part of the iron, the part of the clay, so the kingdom should be partly strong and partly broken. Exactly. And whereas thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as the iron is not mixed with the clay. It just can't mix, man. You could try it, but you got part strong and you got part broken. Verse 44 is the point. And in the days of these kings, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. The kingdom is talking about the kingdom of heaven, of course. That has not been set up now yet. So that's how we know this ain't talking about ancient time. This is talking about the end days when the kingdom of heaven is set up. Read it again. In the days of these kings, should the God of heaven set up a kingdom which should never be destroyed. That's the kingdom of heaven, you know? And the kingdom should not be left to other people. So he said they don't want to jump on the lifeboat, because the lifeboat is only for Israelites, it's only for the elect of the Israelites, and that's by the way of the chariots. They can't jump on it, so they gonna have to go down with the boat. Because the kingdom should not be left to other people, thus say the Bible, right? But it should break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it should stand forever. So that's something that has to happen with with um with our kingdom coming, the kingdom of heaven coming. That means the only way for our kingdom to come, that means that all these other kingdoms on earth have to be broken in pieces. They have to be taken down. So yes, we're seeing the fall of Rome. If you want to say America, if you want to say Mystery Babylon, if you want to use today's terms to say America, yes, we are seeing the fall of America right in front of our eyes. I just had a conversation with somebody yesterday that wasn't in the truth, but they're kind of transitioning into it, and they was even able to see like, yeah, all this stuff ain't happening for no reason. They was saying like, you see a hurricane every other day. You turn on the news, there's a new hurricane that's finna hit around the same spot. Colorado on fire as we speak. California on fire as we speak. There's earthquakes all in Alaska. There's earthquakes all in Nevada. You know. So yeah, we obviously are seeing the end time, and there's nothing nobody gonna be able to do to stop it, because this is all prophecy, and this is what the Lord said was gonna happen. So He spoke some truth right there. So I'm gonna leave it there. This is gonna be a short one. Salvation to the elect. Shalom.